Welcome everybody to the All-Star Offline Racing Series, getting ready for the Coke 600, race number 8 of the schedule for season number 2. Had a pretty wild All-Star race last week, as well as the truck race here at Charlotte. Go in here real quick while we're waiting for qualifying. I don't like the fact that we can't really hear the cars all that much, so see if that makes it any better. So who's going to get the pole? We saw the 17 of Callie Hancock, which she's the 88 in the truck series. She ended up winning that race. The All-Star race was won by the 96 of Damian Singletary. And right now those two are looking pretty strong here at Charlotte, so see where they start. We have 160 laps in this race, one of the longest races that we have this season, and it should be every bit of wild like we've seen in this past week. So let's see, Nancy Pryor, Samad Ozkin. This is the first time by Samad Ozkin. He is the pole sitter for now. See if he can hold on to that. All the lap times look pretty close. So we'll see how they stack up the next time by. So far, Jacob Britt has the pole, 36. So, one thing, if you guys are watching, there's a few things that are going to be coming up to the channel soon. Sahara and I have a capture card now, so we're going to try recording other types of games. We're still doing the series, don't worry, that's not going away. There's going to be other racing games, possibly other NASCAR games, if I can get the capture card to work on my PS2, which it says it does. I don't know, I haven't used one yet. But we're also going to play other games. We've been talking about playing like SmackDown vs. Raw, The Witcher, Fallout, Rocket League, I don't know. We have a lot of stuff that we're going to try to put on this channel, so we would love to hear you guys' feedback about what games. We've got PS2, PS3, and PS4, as well as PC. But besides this game, I don't really do too much PC gaming. There is a Wreckfest, there's, let's see, Terraria, Fortnite, Road Rash from like the 90s. I play, also Goat Simulator. All those games are on PC, so anyway, just let us know what you guys want to see. That would be pretty cool. We'll go from there, I guess. But in the meantime, we have got a race that we need to get through. So, 36 of Jacob Britt out front. You have the 22 Nancy Pryor second. She was the points leader early in the season. Behind them, you've got the 2 of Samad Ozkin, the 14 Cody Rhodes. Laura Lee Wiebe, the number 1, and then the 17, Callie Hancock. That is a special paint scheme provided to us by Brendan Hancock. So, Callie, that is a paint scheme I guess you wanted, and Brendan sent that to us. So, there you are. You have the Huggies paint scheme now. We've got the 42 Hunter Blade, the 48 Ryan Benjamin. Both were pretty quick in the All-Star race. The 34 of Bruce Zero. We've got the 6 Logan Gentry, the 53 Logan York, the 32 of Austin Johnson, the 81 Skylar Rocha, the 77 of Steve Pollard, starting up near the front. Just hoping that he could have a good run today. We have the 4 of Zach Cronin, the 95 Tavis Haken, the 37 of Alvin Jones, the 43 of Benjamin Wallace Jr. We just get the command to start the engines. We have the 54 Evan McCollum and the 10 of Pablo West. Both were very strong in the All-Star race. The 24 of Stephen Pollard III, the 88 of Muhammad Abdullah. We've got the 13 of Matt Riddle, the 18 Bean Wiebe. Behind them, the 3 of Tim Hoffman, the 12 of April Pryor. Then we've got the 96 Damian Singletary starting really far in the back of the field. Won the All-Star race. 21 Sahara Rocha. Not having a great season. Won the championship last season, and she's kind of been subpar since then. Got the 38 Axel Zero, the 19 Dylan Eberheimen, the 9 of Brendan Hancock, the 31 Lindsey Hancock, the 52 of Robert Pollard, the 41 Tyrell Resner, the 51 Jeremiah Dwayne. We've got the 62 beside him, John Book. John was a contender in the All-Star race. Got the 00 of Alex Salves, the 8 of Ron Jackson, the 20 Yale Carrillo, and the 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez. So that is our starting lineup. 160 laps here tonight. Another thing, we are not going to be racing next week. Sahara and I are going on a vacation, so I'm going to have to really try to get caught back up on all the races. So, 1 week off next week, and we should be going to the rest of the season without any breaks for all the series. In the meantime, the 36 Jacob Britt going to lead the field to the green flag. We are underway here at Charlotte. 160 laps left in this race. The one Laura Lee Wiebe already looking down low, trying to get underneath of Sam Odoskin. She is pushing him through the turn. They might make a little bit of contact. I think they do. That actually is going to help Samet, though. He is going to get the lead from Jacob. Too wide. Now Jacob Britt on the outside. He's going to be 3 wide. 22 Nancy Pryor in the middle. Samet leading lap number 1. Here comes the 1 of Laura Lee Wiebe now on the inside. Same with the 4200 Blade. They're trying to get their way to the front. Cody Rhodes going to get shuffled out. Sam Odoskin still up here trying to hold on to his position. Jacob Britt, he fell back. He is outside of the top 5 now. Let's see, 3 wide behind these drivers as Laura Lee takes the lead. Everyone, I think, is racing pretty well, though. There's a crash. The 12. Oh, hard hit there for April Pryor. I think I saw some contact between her and the 21 Sahara Rocha. So caution early, lap number 2. See the pace car flying down on the apron. So Laura Lee Wiebe, the number 1, she will be the race leader. We've got a crash on the backstretch. The 51 Jeremiah Dwayne, he was spun out. I don't think he has any damage. Is he going to go up and retaliate? Or I don't know what's going on. Bean Wiebe passes the 00. So not sure what happened there. We'll have to go back and check that out. In the meantime, cars are coming down pit road. Laura Lee going to lead them down. Looks like Jacob Britt might be the only driver. Oh, there's a few other drivers, I think, staying out. So it looks like about 3, maybe 4 drivers are going to stay out, get the track position. Matt Riddle is among one of those. See, Laura Lee, she's already out of pit road. Same with Hunter Blade, Nancy Pryor, and many others. Say, tires aren't really worn out, but this could become a fuel mileage race later in this event. I think that's why everyone decided to come down pit road. John Book stayed out, the points leader, entering this race. Matt Riddle, he stays out. The 54, Evan McCollum. The 36, Jacob Britt. Let's go back and see what happened. First, under caution. These drivers were coming to the caution flag, and then Jeremiah Dwayne, I don't know how he was spun out. He was on the inside. Oh, it looks like the 19, Dylan Eberheim, made contact with Pablo West. He came down and hit Jeremiah. No harm, though. John Book was right behind Jeremiah, so I think that's why John might have stayed out, hoping that he can gain some track position, get out of that whole mess. And now the 12th of April Pryor, like I said, I think her and the 21 made contact. They did off of the turn number 4. Everybody did a nice job to miss that crash, but April Pryor's night, I think, is over. It's going to be a long night, guys. First caution early on, riding with Brendan Hancock. Oh, Yo Carrillo made a great move to not be involved any further than he was. How about Tyrell Resner? See what he saw. Tyrell made a great move past April. Oh, Logan Gentry is on pit road. See, the 12th proprietor is out of the race. Logan Gentry on pit road. I don't know if he had a tire down. He might be a lap down though soon. He's about a half a lap down. Pace car is entering turn number 3. Logan Gentry. He is still on pit road. So yeah, Logan Gentry is going to go 1 lap down. Unfortunate for that team this early on, but with still over 150 laps left, you should be able to bounce back, hopefully. So Jacob Britt, the pole sitter, lost a lot of positions at the beginning of this race, stayed out, and now he is back to the front. Laura Lee Wiebe, the leader at the time of the caution, she is back in 5th place. So every once in a while, if you look at the top left, I'll be showing you different positions of the drivers. I'll be going through the top 40 drivers. So if you don't know what position you're in, whenever I change it, you'll be able to see. Here comes the 6th, Logan Gentry on the inside, off of pit road. Great to see him back out on the track. Now, hopefully he's not damaged or anything. Maybe it was a mechanical issue and it's slowing him down, or maybe it was just a tire that wouldn't come off the car, but he's back on the track. We'll have to see if he is up to speed with the leaders. Meantime, the pace car going to duck down pit road. We're going to restart this race. 1 car out. And look at Logan Gentry. He gets a huge jump on the leaders. I think that might be a penalty. He passes the leaders. He is going to let Jacob Britt go. Now Logan going to stack up Evan McCollum and the whole inside line. That's going to allow the 36 to possibly get by him. Here comes the 1, Laura Lee Wiebe, already on the inside. She's not wasting any time to get up to the front. Logan Gentry looks to be up to speed, but now they're 3 wide behind him. Look at Matt Riddle, John Book. Oh, Laura Lee coming down pit road. That's going to stack everybody up back here. Look at the 17, Callie Hancock. She got a great run off the turn. Because of that, Laura Lee, unfortunately for her, she is on pit road. I don't know what's going on there. Back here, though, it stacked everybody up. Callie Hancock made a lot of ground last time around, but now she's stuck on the outside. They're 3-4 wide back there. Bean Wiebe stuck in the middle of it. Jeremiah Dwayne, Damian Singletary. As the leaders at the front, they are pulling away. Matt Riddle, the 13, he's the points leader entering this race. The 42 of Hunter Blade is 2nd. Go to the back. I think there's a crash. There is. Oh, Yo Carrillo, the 20, hard into the wall. That was a hard hit. We'll have to make sure he's all right. And they race back to the line. 2nd caution already in this race. Another single car crash. Laura Lee is back out on the track. We'll have to see. I think she's a lap down. She is. So her and Logan Gentry now 1 lap down. Yo Carrillo, that was a very hard hit to the inside wall. Here comes a few cars down pit road. Jacob Britt, Logan Gentry is coming down. I didn't think the lab cars could pit with the leaders, so I don't know if he has an issue or if they're just going to allow him to do that, but some more cars stay out. Matt Riddle, Hunter Blade, John Book, I think. Evan McCollum. There's Robert Pollard, Stephen Pollard the third. I think they're the only drivers. Oh, there's some more cars coming back from the back of the field. Pablo West, there's Axel Zero. The 18 Beaton Weeby does not want to be stuck in that mess. He is up in the top 10, and then the 95, Tavis Haken. So Jacob Britt out of the leaders, he is going to get out front first. But like we were saying before the caution happened, Matt Riddle and Hunter Blade, first and second in points, entering this race. And right now they're running first and second. So they're looking to be pretty strong tonight and extend their points lead. Let's go back and look what happened to Yale Carrillo. Telling you that 20 had a very hard hit to the inside wall. Again, I think it might have been the 21, Sahara Rocha. She was behind. Well, maybe not. No, they stacked up in front of Yale. They're beside him even. Ooh, it was Bruce Zero. But that was a hard hit, that second hit. We'll have to ride on board with Yale Carrillo and see how that felt. It didn't look like it was too nice. Watch this view here. Ooh. That was the driver's side as well that hit the inside wall. That's kind of, it's not really flush with the rest of the backstretch. So that's like an entrance slash exit to the infield. So here we go. Right there, that hit there was the hard one. We hope Yale Carrillo is alright. Man, he made contact with Lindsey Hancock. But right here, watch. That second hit was just a huge ricochet effect. Yale Carrillo, unfortunately for him, his night is going to be done. So the 6 Logan Gentry, the 1 of Laura Lee Weeby, both 1 lap down. The 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 12 of April Pryor, both out of the race. So you see the top 10 drivers on the scoreboard. They all stayed out. They did not come down pit road. 11th place, Jacob Britt. Brian Benjamin in 12th. 13th is Zach Cronin. 14th, Nancy Pryor. 15th, Skylar Rocha. 16th is the 37 of Alvin Jones. 17th is Benjamin Wallace Jr. 18th, Sam Odoskin. 19th is Muhammad Abdullah. 20th, Logan York. 21st, Steve Pollard. 22nd, Austin Johnson. 23rd, Cody Rhodes. 24th, Tim Hoffman. 25th is Alex Alves. 26th is Jeremiah Dwayne. 27th is Alejandro Rodriguez. Damian Singletary, Dylan Eberheiman, and Lindsey Hancock round out the top 30. And still on the lead lap also, we've got Tyrell Resner, Callie Hancock, Ron Jackson, Bruce Zero, Sahara Rocha, and Brendan Hancock. They are at the tail end of this field. Then, of course, the 6 and the 1 are on the inside line. The 20 and the 12, they're both out. Have to see if they can get their laps back on this restart. I don't want to say it yet. We haven't seen the big one. But 2 crashes already. And this is looking kind of like the truck and the Allstar race already. I thought maybe we would see some green flag racing and some longer runs. But right now we've not seen that. See if we can get a longer run here. Pace cars on pit road. Logan Gentry, Laura Lee Weeby on the inside trying to get their laps back. Matt Riddle on the outside. He is going to lead the field back to the green flag. We are underway here again at Charlotte. Some new players up here in the top 10. So if we have a long green flag run, this could be interesting. See how they fare with some of the drivers in the back that came down pit road. Matt Riddle, he gets ahead of Logan Gentry. Logan's still trying to get his lap back. But nobody else can get by. Look at the 1 of Laura Lee Weeby. She is a lap down, but she is trying to get past Logan Gentry. Trying to get his lap back, or trying to get her lap back, I'm sorry. Oh, there's some contact, the 42 and the 54. Hunter Blade, Evan McCollum, they save it for now. They merge back up the track. Oh, Evan McCollum and Stephen Pollard III made some contact. Now they're 4 wide on the backstretch. Here comes the 18, Bean Weeby. He is looking for a way past all these drivers. I don't know how they saved it off of turn 4 and continued to save it in turns 1 and 2. That was incredible. John Book, the 62, is into the wall. He rubbed it just a little bit, so now he's got some damage on his car. 18, Bean Weeby trying to get past these two. This is a huge mess of cars here. This could be a huge crash if they keep it up. Behind him, the 77, Steve Pollard, he ducked out of line. I don't know if he was almost in a crash. They're 4 wide back here. Alex Alves, the 00, he's going to wisely back off. Up front, Matt Riddle still leads this race. As the 2 lap cars, the 1 and the 6, they're battling with each other, trying to get back on the lead lap, trying to be the first car lap down as well. Behind them, Axel Zero is in second. Third is Hunter Blade, and fourth, Bean Weeby. Bean trying to break into the top 3. Evan McCollum, Stephen Pollard still racing pretty hard back here. Hunter Blade, he rebounded pretty nice. Hunter Blade up in 4th place. Evan McCollum, though, he is falling back. Up front, the lap cars cannot get to Matt Riddle. Matt still leading this race. Lap cars behind him. Oh, there's another crash. The 54, Evan McCollum is around. He's upside down. And a huge crash. Nancy Pryor, there's Tavis Haken. My gosh. A lot of drivers, I think, made it past. Alex Alves, I think that's Alvin Jones, the winner last week at Michigan, or 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh. Who else? Jeremiah Dwayne might have been caught up in that. Tavis Haken, a lot of damage. Evan McCollum, Lindsey Hancock, Dylan Eberheimen. As the leaders has already crossed the start-finish line, I'm hoping everybody else made it through. Go back and check. I believe, yeah, all those drivers were already technically under caution. So that wreck might not have been as big as we thought it was. You have to go back and look at the replay, but Evan McCollum almost upside down. They see the leaders coming down pit road. The 1 of Laura Lee Weeby staying out, so she might be on the tail end of the lead lap. I think she is the only driver that's staying out. Looks like, oh, there's still half the field back here that are not caught up. Zach Cronin, the 4, he has some damage. Car's still on the backstretch. They're trying to figure out, I guess, what position they're in. But you see those cars, and the pace cars coming out of turn number 2, they might go a lap down. This could change a lot of things. So Matt Riddle back out front. He is going to win the race off of pit road. So if these drivers up here, if they decide to come down pit road, they're going to be a lap down. This could make a lot of things different in this race. This could really change a lot of drivers' future in this race. So let's see what happens. They are coming down pit road, so a lot of drivers could be in jeopardy of losing a lap. Especially the ones that have damage from the crash. The who's that, 19? Yeah, Dylan Eberheimen. He's got damage. So let's see who all is going to be a lap down now. Looks like there might have been even a crash on pit road. What in the world's going on here? Unless they're all just... I think they're all just stopped. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just they were... Oh my gosh, they're almost going to crash coming off of pit road even. I think all these drivers were waiting for the leaders to pass, I guess. So Alvin Jones, ooh, he might be in front of Laura Lee on this restart. So after all that happens, let's go back and look at the reason for the caution. Evan McCollum was in the crash. Evan was still trying to rebound, I guess, from that almost crash a few laps before that. Pablo West spins him out. He comes up the track. Damian Singletary hits him, and a lot of other drivers collected. I think a lot of drivers made it through without really hitting anybody too hard. Let's ride on board with Lindsay Hancock, the 31. She was at the very end of this pack. I thought she was a little bit further up. But see, she's able to slow down. She does make a little bit of contact with Jeremiah Dwayne, but right on board with Alvin Jones. I think Alvin has a little bit of damage in the back of his car. He was up pretty close to the start of the crash. Yeah, I mean, he was able to stop just about everybody else was. Ooh, he did get hit. That's where Dylan Eberheim had his damage. Alright, so a lot of drivers are a lap down. We go back and show you. There's only 25 drivers on the lead lap. The 37 and the 1, they are on the tail end of the lead lap. They're on the outside, but Logan Gentry, Tavis Haken, Alejandro Rodriguez, Brendan Hancock, Sahara Rocha, the 14 as well of Cody Rhodes, Bruzero, Dylan Eberheim, and Tim Hoffman, Jeremiah Dwayne, Ron Jackson, and Lindsay Hancock are all a lap down. 12 drivers, a lap down. That 13 car, the third car on the outside, he is the race leader, so he has got his work cut out for him right now. The 1 and the 37, as well even as the 6 and the 95, they're hoping if they can get a good start and a quick caution, they might be on the lead lap and might be able to join the rest of the lead lap drivers. See, 95 Tavis Haken did not get a good start. That is going to allow Matt Riddle to get a good start. Matt's going to go down low, and I think he's going to pass Laura Lee Wiebe. Back here, though, Tavis is very slow on this restart. He is holding everybody up back here. That's the 95 car. He was involved in that crash. You do not want to be back here in this mess. Oh, Ryan Benjamin's going to turn Tyrell Resner around. And I think everybody saves it. Oh, Lindsay Hancock hard in the outside wall. Everybody had it saved for a while. Oh, my gosh, Ryan Benjamin into the back of Tim Hoffman. Well, look at this. We are going to get a new race leader, Axel Zero, to the front. But the 6 of Logan Gentry gets his lap back. Bean Wiebe, the 18, up to second. They just got past the 13 of Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle falling back to 13th place. The 4 of Zach Croden. Heavy damage on his car. So, yet another caution. We'll have to go back and look at that. We pretty much saw it. I don't know how Lindsay was collected. It looked like she had gotten past the crash. Look at Matt Riddle. He is coming down pit road. Watch here. Ryan Benjamin spun Tyrell out. And then Lindsay, she hit him and then went up and hit the wall. So she didn't really have any damage until that happened, until the wall happened. And I said that was Zach Cronin. I think that's actually Tyrell Resner. I think I said it was Zach Cronin. I have no idea. So unfortunately, the 41 of Tyrell Resner's out. The 31 Lindsay Hancock, she will be out as well. That was a hard hit. Now the 6th Logan Gentry, he is back on the lead lap. He got his lap back. Can anyone else get theirs back? So we are still under caution. At 38 of Axel Zero out front. Bean Weeby second. Third is Hunter Blade. So, next time by, we'll be going back to green flag. Alvin Jones restarting on the inside. He is the first driver a lap down, and I don't know why the one of Laura Lee Weeby... Wait, where's she at? Never mind, I thought that... Hunter Blade. I thought Hunter Blade was Laura Lee Weeby. Laura Lee is on the inside. Never mind. I was going to say I thought Laura Lee was on the outside. Actually, I think that's Skylar Rocha. I thought that was Laura Lee. My gosh, I'm getting all messed up here. Still a lot of drivers on the inside line on this restart. The only reason we have this many cars a lap down this early in this race, not the last caution, but the caution before, if you're just tuning in, about 12 cars or so were on the backstretch trying to figure out what position they were in. The pace car was on the backstretch as well, about to put them a lap down. Those cars decided to come down and pit and get fuel and tires, so they all went a lap down. The 6th of Logan Gentry, he is at the tail end of the lead lap now. He was a lap down. He got his lap back before the last caution happened. The 1 of Laura Lee Weeby, she had to come down pit road on a restart. She was up in the top 5, had to come down. I think she had a tire issue. And, yes, now she's stuck 1 lap down. And right now, the 38, Axel Zero, going to lead the field back to the green flag. And we are back underway here at Charlotte. What's going to happen next? We know that 95 is very slow. And if you're a lap car behind him, you are going to fall back a lot. Tavis Haken, look at the big run everybody has on the outside compared to Tavis. Tavis needs to get out of the way. And unfortunately, drivers in the back that are on the lead lap, Callie Hancock, Nancy Pryor, Muhammad Abdullah, Logan Gentry, Dylan Abraham is a lap down, I believe. They are all slowed down by the 95. Now off the turn, the outside line is going to get slowed down as well. The 48, Ryan Benjamin, he is back here. See up now towards the front of the field. Some racing going on here. 37, Alvin Jones has his lap back. The 4200 Blade is in second. And look back here, 3 wide for, he is in first. 3 wide for second. Bean Weeby now takes second place away. The 18 team is having a great run so far. He's hoping that he can continue his run tonight. Alvin Jones ahead of Hunter Blade for the time being. Oh, there was a crash somewhere. That was the 95, Tavis Haken. And that is a caution. Game did not throw the caution out, but we have to. That is what happens in this series. If we have a crash without a caution, we must throw the caution, or mechanical failures as well. We throw the caution out. So Tavis Haken was involved in that. Tavis has some damage, but I don't think it's really going to hurt him too much. He's already pretty slow. Alvin Jones, the 37, he gets his lap back. So Alvin now going past the pace car to get his lap back. 35 drivers in this race, and now there's 24 of them on the lead lap. So who's going to come down pit road? The leaders are all coming down. Have to see if anyone stays out or if everybody's just going to come and pit. Looks like everybody is coming down. Couple drivers staying out. I think John Book is staying out. We'll have to wait. Oh, Jeremiah Dwayne, the 51. He is staying out now. Jeremiah is going to be the race leader. Literally, maybe she stayed out. I think, she's seen Logan Gentry now. Alvin Jones get their laps back on these last 2 restarts. So she's going to try and get her lap back. All these drivers will be in front of Tavis Haken. And I think all of these drivers, except for Jeremiah Dwayne, are a lap down. So Tavis Haken, I guess we need to go back actually and see what happened with Tavis. It was on the backstretch. It looked like it was probably just a single car wreck. 19, Dylan Eberheim was trying to get past Tavis. You see Callie Hancock, Ryan Benjamin get past. Ooh, Logan Gentry. He did get some damage there. That could have been a bigger crash. That's all that happened there, and Tavis goes back to racing. Whoa, now all these drivers are coming down pit road. What the heck? Okay. Well, that's weird. They didn't come down pit road last time, but this time everybody else comes down. So the 51, Jeremiah Dwayne. Actually, I don't think Jeremiah was on the lead lap, was he? No. Sorry, Jeremiah. I thought you were on the lead lap. My bad. So now the 4 of Zach Cronin. He is going to be the leader on this restart. 18 of Bean Weeby still can't get to the front. He's been in second for quite some time now. Benjamin Wallace is 3rd, 4th Axel Zero, and 5th is Robert Pollard. Looks like Ron Jackson, I think that was Ron, beat everybody out of pit road. So we still have a lot of cars in this race for now. 35 of them are in. I've had a couple cautions already this early in this race. 24 drivers on the lead lap, 35 running. Couple new players up at the front of the field. And still, 1st and 2nd in points entering this race. Hunter Blade and Matt Riddle, they're running with each other on the track. 6th and 7th place. That's how we saw the 21 Sahara Rocha last season and the 24 Stephen Pollard III. Every race, if one of them had a bad race, the other one would have a great race. Then the next week they would both have great races, and they would just constantly fight back and forth. So it looks like that's how this season is going to go. But can they survive Charlotte? We still have a long way to go. About 125 laps left. So now Ron Jackson, he is on the inside line, right below Zach Cronin. He is going to try to get his lap back. There's the 9 of Brendan Hancock, the 51 Jeremiah Dwayne, Laura Lee Wiebe, and Tavis Aiken is at the end of this field, or at the end of this line. So Tavis is not going to slow any of the lap cars down. And hopefully everyone in the back can get past Tavis without any issues. So can Ron, if Ron gets a good start on this restart, he could bring a lot of cars behind him that are a lap down past the race leader. Just depends on the restart. We've seen some lap cars get a great restart on the leaders. We've seen some restarts where the leader can get a run past the lap car and keep them a lap down. Here we go. Another restart. Zach Cronin, the 4 is out front. He's going to bring the outside line with him. Can Ron Jackson get a good run on the restart? Looks like Zach Cronin got a great restart. He is going to go down low. And I think he's going to hold off Ron. However, Bean Wiebe and the rest of the outside line did not get a good start. And they are going to fall back. I believe Tavis Aiken, yeah, he is already passed by everybody. Logan York, slow a little bit. Now look at this, 3 wide now almost for, trying to get their lap back. 9 of Brendan Hancock, the 8 of Ron Jackson side by side. Bean Wiebe, Laura Lee Wiebe, they're 3 wide underneath the 51 Jeremiah Dwayne. The 18 is still in second place. Now Brendan Hancock, the number 9, he is going to get his lap back for the time being. Can he hold it on, or hold off the race leaders? Zach Cronin on the outside. Here comes the 1 of Laura Lee Wiebe. Oh! Bean Wiebe hit the 34. Oh no, and they're crashing behind him. Huge crash. Everybody takes evasive maneuvers. Holy moly. And Brendan Hancock, Laura Lee Wiebe, they are on the lead lap. Man, the 51 Jeremiah Dwayne, the 38 Axel Zero, Benjamin Wallace. Oh, there's a crash here too. Oh, the 88 Muhammad Abdullah. Heavy hit for him. My gosh, Damian Singletary, he's got damage. See a lot there to his front. Oh my gosh, and now the top 10 is almost completely different now too. So I think that could be considered the big one. 10 of Pablo West going to stay out. He is 3rd. So now 2 more drivers get their laps back. Oh geez, but now they're all stuck back here, so they could go a lap down again. You see Jeremiah Dwayne, he is slow on the track. I think Laura Lee got a little bit of damage. I don't know if that was from an earlier crash. The 18 Bean Wiebe, we'll have to watch his camera on the restart, or on the replay. He made an incredible save. He was not involved with that crash. Look at the 21, Sahara Rocha. She gets out front. If Pablo West comes down pit road, that means Sahara Rocha is going to be on the tail end of the lead lap and in front of the race leader. And if the 1 and the 9 come down pit road, they're going to go back down a lap. So all their hard work could be thrown away. These cars back here are trying to figure out what position they're in. And Matt Riddle, the points leader, he is back here as well. So do they come down pit road? Oh my gosh, so they're all coming down. Hunter Blade as well, he's back here. See, Evan McCollum, he is going to stay out. He's saying, no way, we're not going a lap down. Brendan Hancock, Laura Lee Wiebe coming down pit road. So that's unfortunate for the drivers that were a lap down. They're going to go 2 laps down, and the points leader, second place in points as well. They're a lap down now, or they will be, I believe. Laura Lee and Brendan, they're both going to be a lap down again, I think. Brendan's still in pit road. You see, all these drivers, I think they're coming off pit road. No, Laura Lee is just now getting her car serviced. Yeah, Laura Lee is going to go a lap down, and man, well, maybe not. Are they going to beat the pace car? No, they did not beat the pace car. I think the 62 and a 95 are going to be on the tail end of the lead lap. And that's not good if Tavis Aiken is on the tail end of the lead lap. That means he's going to start on the outside line. This is going to be an interesting restart. Well, let's go back and look at the crash, reason for the caution, while we have time. A lot of crashes early. This is crazy. Well, let's look here. I think this crash actually started because of the 18. Watch him in the turn. Almost hit Bruce Zero. Actually made a little bit of contact. He slows down. That sets everyone up behind him. Alejandro Rodriguez into Benjamin Wallace. And my gosh, look how hard they all hit. 17 Callie Hancock made a great move past that crash. But Bean almost lost control of his car once he was hit by Alejandro. Oh, the 38 had a hard hit. Everybody makes an evasive move to get past. And then up near the front, Alvin Jones. Something happened with him. He was involved in a crash. Oh, the 88, Muhammad Abdullah. Wow. Muhammad hit the inside wall, and that was all she wrote for him. A couple other drivers got some damage, minor damage back here. Let's ride on board with the 17 of Callie Hancock. And she was 4 wide entering this turn as well. She was on the outside line. 4 wide in front of them, and then in front of those drivers is where the crash happened. Look at that. She made a great move past. Because of that, she's running in the top 10. Anyway, we've got to go back to the restart. We're getting ready to restart this race. Tavis Aiken is on the inside line, so he is going to slow the entire inside line down. The 21 Sahara Rocha is on the outside. I think she's a lap down, right? Yeah, we have 20 drivers on the lead lap. 31 drivers left in the race. You see Muhammad Abdullah, Benjamin Wallace, Axel Zero, Jeremiah Dwayne, all out from that crash. So race leader is the 10 of Pablo West. He is stuck behind a lap car, and he is stuck on the outside line, but that 95 is going to get a slow restart, and that's going to allow the entire outside line to get past everybody, all the inside line drivers. Tavis Aiken has even more damage on his car. I don't know how that car is even going at this point. John Book, the 62, he should be up to speed. John's going to get past the 95, and everyone else will as well. And I'm afraid this is probably going to cause another caution. This 95 car needs to be either black flagged or he needs to be involved in a crash. It takes him out. Look at this. 3 wide getting past these lap cars. It is getting tight back here. So all the lap cars now are behind Tavis Aiken. Alejandro going to push Tavis up into the outside line, and they're going to get past him. Up front, Pablo West got past the 62 of John Book. Now battle here for second. That is the 36, Jacob Britt, and the 4 of Zach Cronin. They're battling for second. Oh, look at Bean Weeby. He squeezed that 21 up the track, almost into the wall. They've had their issues in recent weeks. Bean trying to get past that 21. The 21 is a lap down. She is not even in contention right now. Zach Cronin, the number 4 driver, or that's Pablo West. He's up in the lead. Zach Cronin's back here. He is getting second place away from Jacob Britt. Car's coming off of turn number 2. Everybody got past that 95 Tavis Aiken pretty well. Tavis now exiting turn 2 as the leaders are going to be exiting turn number 4. Are we done with cautions for a while, or will we see another one soon? I think when the leaders catch that 95, there might be some issues. Look at this. The 18 to 21, they're still racing pretty aggressively here. Laura Lee Weeby, the one. Or no, she's further back. Never mind. I, again, thought the 81 of Skylar Rocha was Laura Lee. Don't know why. Sarah Rocha trying to get past B and Weeby. They almost make some contact. We got to watch these drivers pretty close here. They have been up and down each other's necks in the last few weeks. B and Weeby now running in fourth. He is going to get passed by Sahara. Here comes that 48, Ryan Benjamin. Ryan Benjamin is making his way towards the front after being stuck in the back early in this race. Top three drivers, Pablo West, Jacob Britt, and Zach Cronin. That 21, she is making her way to the front of this pack. She's trying to get her lap back. Tavis Haken is still kind of far ahead of the leaders. Back here, Evan McCollum, Sam Oskin, many other drivers that were that are a lap down. They were stuck behind that 95, and they lost the pack for the moment. But they are starting to catch him. 17, Callie Hancock. She has fallen back. She was in 10th on the restart. She is now 14th. Getting passed by now all the lap cars. Single file for the most part up at the front of the field. Bean Weeby trying to get past Jacob Britt. Logan Gentry gets past him as well. Logan Gentry was a lap down about 20 laps ago. He got his lap back, and now he is running up in the front with the top 5 drivers. Look at the 21, Sahara Rocha. She's going to get past Pablo West. Sahara Rocha now, for the time being, is on the lead lap. Ryan Benjamin up to second place. He is going to look for the lead now in turn number 1. And here comes the 6 of Logan Gentry. Ryan Benjamin to the front for the time being. Now Logan Gentry going to get past him. They're side by side, 3 wide for the lead. Sahara Rocha, the 21, continues to pull away a little bit. We said she is now on the lead lap. Logan Gentry could not get the pass over Ryan Benjamin. Ryan will go to the race lead. Logan Gentry, Bean Weeby, Stephen Pollard the third, all on the inside line. Stephen Pollard now underneath Bean Weeby. He is going to make it 3 wide. Nice little green flag run we've seen. Ryan trying to put the 21, Sahara Rocha, a lap down. 3 wide back here, Bean Weeby in the middle. They're racing pretty well up here, though. Everyone is kind of giving each other room. A lot of these drivers in the top 10 need a good finish. 13 of Matt Riddle. He is up to 11th place. The 4200 blade back to 17th. They are first and second entering this race, trying to stay on the lead lap. They both almost won a lap down earlier. Now the 18 being Weeby, he is behind Sahara Rocha. What will he do? Or is he just going to try to pass her without any issues? They're catching that 95, Tavis Haken. He is about to go another lap down. Now, is this going to cause an issue with these leaders, or are they going to be able to maneuver past him without any issues? If they're side by side, it's going to create some issues. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. Look at this, Sahara Rocha trying to get past Logan Gentry and Ryan Benjamin. Logan almost into the back of Ryan. And there is the 95, Tavis Haken. Where is he going to go? Looks like Ryan Benjamin probably going to be on the inside line when he gets to Tavis. No, Sahara Rocha passes Ryan Benjamin. Ryan now stuck behind Tavis. Sahara's going to get her lap back. Logan Gentry is going to go underneath Ryan, so Ryan will lose the race lead. This is where it gets really dicey now. Right into Tavis Haken. Tavis saves it. And now Bean Weeby, Jacob Britt, everybody else trying to get past Tavis and Ryan. Tavis Haken now in the middle line. He is going to slow Bean Weeby down. 3 wide back here. Actually, this is at the front of the field still. Oh, there's almost a crash. Everybody jockeying, trying to get by. Tim Hoffman now into John Book. My gosh. That was almost a crash. That was a crash waiting to happen. Ron Jackson's a lap down. He is working his way towards the front. Ryan Benjamin now making a dive bomb move down to the bottom, trying to get back to the front after he just lost a lot of positions. I believe everyone else will get past Tavis Haken without any issues. Up front, Logan Gentry, Stephen Pollard III. They were able to get past Tavis Haken and Ryan Benjamin. And they put the 21 Sahara Rocha back 1 lap down. Single file for the first however many drivers, but back here, Ron Book, Ron Jackson, and Alejandro Rodriguez. They are 3 wide. There's Tim Hoffman, Laura Lee Wiebe. That split the leaders up a little bit, but a lot of these drivers back here now trying to battle with each other, trying to get past each other. Look at this. Logan York and Tim Hoffman almost made contact right in front of the points leader. One of the drivers that hurt a lot, besides Ryan Benjamin, Ryan fell back to 7th after being in the lead, is the 18 of Bean Wiebe. He is back to 9th now. But long green flag run happening right now, so hopefully we can go even longer. That would be great to see a long green flag run. 21 of Sahara Roach is still trying to get her lap back. Hunter Blade, Evan McCollum, Damian Singletary, they were involved in a few crashes tonight. Hunter Blade still stuck in the back. Callie Hancock, the 17, doesn't have any damage. She is running back in 15th place, 5 seconds off the lead. She's just riding around right now. Brendan Hancock is a lap down. You see 37 of Alvin Jones. He's running in 14th place. He is behind a good amount of lap cars, though. Matt Riddle, the points leader. 13, he is in 12th place, trying to get a position from Logan York. He will get that position. Logan has a little bit of damage to the back of his car, I think. A lot of drivers a lap down. 10th place, Skylar Rocha. He is actually back here further. He is in 10th place. He's having a good run tonight. 32 of Austin Johnson. About a second and a half ahead of Skylar. He's in 9th place, having a decent run as well. In front of him, Bean Wiebe in 8th place, having a great run compared to what he has been through in the last 5 or 6 races. 48 of Ryan Benjamin. He has gotten his way back up towards the front. He is in 6th place. Now, 6th place, battling with 5th over Zach Cronin. He will take 5th away now. Stephen Pollard III was out front. Here comes the 6 of Logan Gentry. Back on the inside line. Ryan Benjamin trying to get past more cars. 21 is on the lead, or is a lap down, so she's not battling these racers for the lead. I assume it's almost time for these leaders to be catching that 95 Tavis Haken again. Tavis in the middle of the backstretch. So a long green flag run happening right now. We could have green flag pit stops coming up even. Stephen Pollard out front, holding off Logan Gentry for now. Sahara Rocha getting past Pablo West. She's going to try to make another move towards the front and get her lap back. Now Ryan Benjamin battle for third, battle for the lead up front as well. Logan Gentry going to get past Stephen Pollard. Logan to the front. A lot of single file racing going on in the back, actually even in the front too. Everyone just kind of riding around right now. There's no need to wreck each other yet. We still have about 96 laps to go. Ryan Benjamin, the 48, he is back up to second. He is trying to catch Logan Gentry, get back to the front, and start leading this race again. Stephen Pollard on the outside. He's going to fall back a little bit. Sahara Rocha beside him. There's the 95 Tavis Haken in turns 1 and 2. The leaders are now entering turns 1 and 2. Next few laps, Tavis will be going another lap down. Tavis Haken, he is already 3 laps down in this race. Nancy Pryor, the 22, she's pretty far off the pace. She is not around anybody. You see some of the cars up here further ahead, but Nancy's going to be going a lap down in probably 15 or 20 laps. Logan Gentry out front. Ryan Benjamin falling back now. they're too wide a little bit. A couple cars back here. They are too wide when they catch Tavis Aiken. That's going to create more issues. We almost saw a huge crash when they caught Tavis the first time. There Tavis is. What are they going to do when they catch him? I think they're going to catch him at a decent spot in the track. Maybe not. They're in the tri-oval. Where's Logan Gentry go? Logan's stuck behind Tavis. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Sahara Rocha now stuck behind him. Pablo West is in second. He will get past. Tavis is on the outside. But that's going to lose Logan Gentry the lead. Tavis Aiken now on the inside line. Jacob Britt on the outside. This is going to slow some cars down. Bean Weeby, Zach Cronin, Jacob Britt, all trying to get past this 95. Robert Pollard will get past him. Now Zach Cronin, the 4, is going to get slowed down by Tavis. Tim Hoffman as well. Ron Jackson. Lap car is not doing any favors for these leaders. Up front, Pablo West to the front. Logan Gentry falling back now to third. I think everyone else will make it past Tavis Aiken. So we've had, about a 30-lap green flag run. Pretty nice to see that after having a lot of crashes early. Remember, if we have any mechanical failures on the track, the caution flag will come out. Even if we catch them a little bit later, it'll come out. If we have a crash on the track and the game does not throw the caution, we will have to throw it manually. So up front, Pablo West and Stephen Pollard third, pulling away. Look at the 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez. He is a lap down. He's right behind Sahara. He's trying to get his lap back the hard way. Third place is Logan Gentry, and he is behind 2 lap cars. Ryan Benjamin right behind Logan. You've got Robert Pollard, the 52, in 5th place. He is having his best run of the season. Behind him is Bean Weeby in 6th place. Laura Lee is right behind him. Single file everywhere on this track, other than back here. Alvin Jones passing John Book. I think everyone's just trying to get to pit stops. We are almost at pit stops. I would guess maybe another 15 or 20 laps and we should be doing pit stops. Stephen Pollard making a run on Pablo West. Can he get past him? Still single file. Yeah, once these tires wear a good bit, the outside line in turns 3 and 4 is very dominant. Turns 1 and 2, they're still not that fast, but they get such a great run off of turn 4. I think that's why they're staying single file right now. There's some battling back here. Evan McCollum, Callie Hancock, the 42 then of Hunter Blade, and the 96, Damian Singletary. You know, they've fallen back. Those four drivers have. They've fallen back out of the front pack. Everyone still single file, but still, we'll have to see what happens if we have green flag pit stops. Caution flag could come out at any moment in this race. Look at Sahara Roach trying to get past Stephen Pollard. We have some news on the 20 of Yale Carrillo. He does suffer a minor injury. We're not sure what it is. I think it so far is just a concussion, but he could be out of the car for a couple weeks. And that was a pretty hard hit. So Yale Carrillo probably going to be needing a backup driver. Have to see who is going to drive for him. But the doctors right now are saying it's a concussion. We'll update you further on that story. Pablo West still leading this race. Sahara Rocha getting past Stephen Pollard the third. She's going to get past him in this turn. The 11 trying to get past Stephen as well. The 11 and the 21 both a lap down. Sahara now going for Pablo. Logan Gentry trying to get past Alejandro Rodriguez. Almost made a little bit of contact with him. Out front is still the 10 of Pablo West. So, I will be right back. I have to use the restroom pretty bad. So I'll try to get back before anything happens. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Desperate times, had to call for desperate measures. There was no way I was going to be able to hold it until possibly a caution or something happens. Everyone's still single file. But the leaders are catching the 95 Tavis Aiken and the 22 of Nancy Pryor. Look at the 21 Sahara Rocha underneath Pablo West, trying to get her lap back. She might be setting Pablo up and trying to get these leaders to be stuck behind that 95. Sahara has not had a good season yet. It's kind of how she started last season off. But Sahara, she's up near the top 10 points. Actually, I think she is 10th entering this race. She just has not been able to put anything together. Look at Pablo West underneath Sahara now. Sahara's going to be stuck behind Tavis now on the backstretch. Logan Gentry is right there for second. Sahara makes a dive bomb move underneath Tavis. Everybody does, actually. Ryan Benjamin. Ryan's up to third. But that 21 just has not been able to put a good season together. One of the drivers that we saw didn't really have a good season last season was that 48, Ryan Benjamin. He is up in third. He's been doing pretty well this season. He has been the points leader even for the first couple races, or a few races earlier. It's definitely great to see that. Ryan's had a totally different season. Remember, actually, the 48 and the 24, who Pablo West, I believe that was Pablo West last season, at Daytona, the start of the season, Pablo was in a crash, and Ryan Benjamin had nowhere to go and hit him. That was the 24 and the 48 last season. And that kind of started both of their seasons off pretty bad, and then it just kind of went downhill for both of them. Ryan's up to second, but Sahara's on the inside line, and so is Alejandro. Both cars a lap down. Pablo West pulling away. Pablo West has over a half a second lead. Ryan now underneath Sahara. He's trying to get past her to catch the 10. See the 9 of Brendan Hancock. He is almost a lap down. Actually, I don't know. Did he come down pit road? No, Brendan is still... No, Brendan is 3 laps down. Whoa. So I guess something happened with him. He had to come down pit road. I don't know if that was a scheduled green flag stop. See these 4 drivers here. Callie Hancock is in 18th place. Hunter Blade 17th. 16th place is Damon Singletary, and Evan McCollum is in 15th. These drivers are 12 seconds off the pace, or off the leaders. These drivers are just a little bit further in front of them. That's back up front, so we have, what is it, 31 drivers in this race still. Seeing a very long green flag run. I'm surprised we haven't seen any mechanical failures or anything like that happen. Cars are becoming a little more racy. Top 3 cars in line are starting to pull away. Here comes that 52, Robert Pollard. On that inside line, the black and orange car. Have not really talked about him at all this season. He is up to 4th place. Trying to take 3rd from Stephen Pollard. His lab cars are really causing issues for these front cars. Another driver starting to close in, I think, is at 18 of Bean Weeby. He's back in 6th place. There's a gap between him and 7th place then. So pit stops should be coming up soon. More cars going to be going a lap down. Nancy Pryor's the next car. Brendan Hancock is going to be going a lap down as well. Possibly. Now, Nancy isn't too slow compared to Tavis, so I don't know. She could hold the leaders up. I think the leaders are so much faster than that 95 car, they're just able to get right past him, but Nancy might put up a little bit of a fight. There you see all the cars coming down the back stretch. First 10 or 15 drivers are single file. Oh my. So still green flag. We've been green flag for like 50 laps or a little more than 50 laps. You know, we're kind of nearing the end of this race almost. 69 laps left. Well, it might only be about 35 or 40 laps we've been green, but they're still closing in on pit stops, and depending on when they pit, that could bring them to the end of the race. So Pablo West still out front, Ryan Benjamin trailing right behind him, and then about a second back is the 6 of Logan Gentry, trying to get past the 2 lap cars that are in front of him. 22 of Nancy Pryor involved in an earlier crash, and she is about to go 1 lap down. Pryor's not having a good race tonight. April Pryor out of the race. She was the first car out. Involved in a crash very early in this race. Logan Gentry getting past Sahara Rocha a little bit further back there. So what's going to happen when they catch this 22? Will they be stuck behind her? We saw Tavis Akins almost caused a couple crashes as these leaders go past him. And now they have Nancy Pryor to work through. I think Brendan Hancock actually might be faster. We said he was going to go a lap down. Brendan knows catching these 4 drivers up here. He was really far back from them, so Brendan has fresh tires. So tires are definitely worn out on all these drivers. I think that's why we're seeing single file. Brendan is able to pass those other cars. I think we'll go back and check with him. Nancy Pryor, they're going a lap down. So now we've got 18 drivers on the lead lap. Just about 12 seconds ahead of the leader is that group of 4 cars with Damian Singletary, Hunter Blade, Callie Hancock, and others. That's where Brendan Hancock is. He does not want to go another lap down. So it looks like everyone might be able to get past Nancy without any issues. She's staying up top. Ryan Benjamin going for the lead. He's trying to get past Hunter Blade, or trying to get past Pablo West. So Ryan Benjamin to the front. He is looking to possibly regain the points lead tonight. He's about 63 laps away from doing that if he wins. I think he probably could regain the lead. Nancy Pryor still on the outside line. Sarah Rocha fell back a few cars. Alejandro Rodriguez, though, he is up behind Pablo West. Tavis Aiken coming out of turn number 4. So are the race leaders. So not only do they have the 22 that they had to work through, now they've got the 95. Tavis Aiken is pulling away from those cars. He was with these 4 drivers. Look how far ahead he is of those cars. Oh, Hunter Blade coming down pit road. John Book is in pit road. Green flag pit stops now are happening. Pablo West on the inside. I think he might be coming down pit road. Yep, Pablo West peeling on the pit road. Ryan's going to hold the race lead. I think Pablo just wanted to get past Tavis Aiken. He didn't want to have to deal with that car. Too wide behind Ryan. Ryan might get stuck behind that 95. No, he does not. Logan Gentry coming past Tavis. Stephen Pollard, and now Alejandro going to get stuck behind him. Almost a little bit of contact between Alejandro and Tavis. 22 of Nancy Pryor going to get stuck behind that 95. So drivers coming down pit road. Damian Singletary is on pit road. Callie Hancock. And it's going to be interesting to see where these drivers will merge back on the track once pit cycles are through. Leaders are staying out. A few cars in the back coming down pit road. That caused a huge stack up back here. As well as the 95 Tavis Aiken causes an issue. Bean Weeby lost a lot of ground. That is the 22 Nancy Pryor coming down pit road. Bean Weeby, though, 4 seconds back. That's only because he had to slow down from Nancy coming down pit road. See Logan Gentry and Stephen Pollard now making their way to pit road. Ryan Benjamin still out front. Oh, we've got a caution somewhere. Who in the world wrecked? Was that Tim Hoffman? Oh my, this is going to change everything now. We right now only have 13 drivers on the lead lap. Caution flag out. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was Tim Hoffman, I guess, that spun out. No one has any damage from what it looks like. But of all the drivers that just came down pit road, there's going to be a lot that are lapped down. Now, do these leaders have enough fuel to get back to pit road? We'll have to see. Wait and see. 12 cars are on the lead lap. There's multiple drivers 2 laps down. Callie Hancock, Evan McCollum, Damian Singletary, Hunter Blade, second in points. He is 2 laps down. Nancy Pryor. And then 3 laps down, Sam Oskin, Brendan Hancock. 4 laps down is John Book. Tavis Aiken is 6 laps down. What is this going to do for the leaders and for everyone that's a lap or more down? This is a pivotal moment in this race. A lot of drivers coming down pit road. The rest of the cars, I guess, that did not pit. And, you know, I don't know if they can make it all the way on fuel. It's going to be close unless we get more cautions. And I think all these drivers are a lap down. Let's go back and check for the caution. I think it was Tim Hoffman that spun out. Yep, it was. Let's go back and see what happened with him. Zach Cronin was right behind Tim. I think Tim... maybe I thought he was slowing down. No, Zach just ended up hitting Tim. Tim spun down the front stretch through the grass. He was able to save it. See, some of the drivers almost into Tim, but Tim saves it, so that's great to see. That was just a spin out. So, this restart could be interesting. So, we don't really know. I think Ryan Benjamin might be the leader still. We don't really know who's in what position yet. We got to wait until everybody gets past the start-finish line. So Ryan Benjamin still is the race leader. The 6, the 24, and the 10 are on the tail end of the lead lap, but everyone else now, a lot of drivers, actually everyone in front of the leaders, they're one lap down, but they'll be on the inside line. In front of Ryan, like we said, the 6, the 24, and the 10, they, I think, are going to be on the outside line on the restart. So Ryan Benjamin will be on the 4th line on the outside, so this could get wild. We've got less than 60 to go. We're nearing the end of this race. Long green flag run, green flag pit stops, and then the caution that came out threw everything out of proportion. 31 drivers still in this race. We've had a couple pretty big wrecks, but nothing too big. Not like we've seen in the last 2 weeks at Darlington or Michigan. Say the caution before Tim Hoffman's spin was probably the biggest wreck. That was with Evan McCollum and many others. 4 drivers retired from that wreck. So we'll have a restart with 53 laps to go. Nearing the end of this race. Pace lights are off on the pace car. You see Sam Odoskin, Callie Hancock, Evan McCollum down on the inside line, as well as many others. And then, you see the 6, the 24, and the 10. They were in contention earlier, but they're on the tail end of the lead lap. Ryan Benjamin is in the lead, and then behind him, the 21 and the 11, they're a lap down. I don't know why they're not on the inside line. The 52, Robert Pollard, he is in second. Robert Pollard 7 cars back on the outside line. So double file restart. Technically, Ryan Benjamin is starting in 8th, and Robert Pollard starting in 14th. That's basically what position they're in on the track if you count the inside and the outside lines. Very interesting. This restart could get crazy. Bean Weeby is in 4th, but he's almost 2.5 seconds behind Ryan Benjamin. He's near the end of this top line. Zach Cronin's 5th, Austin Johnson, Steve Pollard, Skylar Rocha, Matt Riddle, and Alvin Jones are the rest of the top 10. So, a lot of drivers. The first 6 cars, the 3 on the inside, 3 on the outside, are probably going to get their laps back if we get a quick caution. But most of the drivers on the inside were 2 laps down, so they're just trying to fight to stay 1 lap down. Green flag back in the air, 53 laps to go here at Charlotte. Logan Gentry got a great restart, but Ryan Benjamin at 48, further back, he is the race leader. And he is stuck on the outside line. These drivers, like we said, a lot of them were 2 laps down. They're trying to stay 1 lap down. Ryan in the middle of all of this mess. Still on the outside line. Damian Singletary underneath of him. Robert Pollard, the 52, he is on the outside line as well. I don't know who else is on the lead lap that's near the front. I think Ryan Benjamin still is the race leader. Steve Pollard is coming. He is still stuck on the outside line. 36 of Jacob Britt somewhere back here. 4 wide. Off of turn number 2. They are 4 wide. They saved it. I don't know how they saved it. The front of this pack, though, they are racing very aggressively. Like we said, trying to stay a lap down. Sarah Rocha getting past Ryan Benjamin almost. Maybe not. She is 1 lap down, so if she can get past Ryan, she'll be on the lead lap if we were to get a caution. This could change a lot. This could make or break some people's races. Steve Pollard still in second, but a half a second back. Ryan Benjamin still stuck on the outside line. Here comes the 52, Steve Pollard on the inside. He is going to try to take the lead away. They're 3 wide in front of the leaders. Ooh, Sam Odoskin, Logan Gentry almost made contact. Ryan still on the outside. In front of behind Ron Jackson is the 52. Steve Pollard now on the inside line. Here comes the 3 of Tim Hoffman. Tim makes a little bit of contact. So now the 52 is the race leader. Man, this is some crazy racing up at the front of the field. Robert Pollard now on the middle line. 48 Ryan Benjamin still up top. Ooh, Stephen Pollard, the third, almost spins out. Right now, a lot of drivers. 17 of them are on the lead lap. Steve Pollard now, or Robert Pollard, I'm sorry, the 52, trying to put all these drivers back a lap down or more than one lap down. Callie Hancock, Evan McCollum, they are at the front of this pack. They're starting to pull away as the leaders are still trying to work through heavy lap traffic. Tim Hoffman trying to get underneath the 52, Robert Pollard. Off the turn, everybody keeps it off of each other. Amazing racing that the leaders and the lap cars are doing up here. 52, Robert Pollard still up front. Ryan Benjamin still on the outside line, falling back. Sahara Rocha was put a lap down. Now, I think everyone is probably going to fall in the clutches of this 52 car, unless somebody can get past him. Ryan Benjamin still falling back. Here comes the 18, Bean Weeby. He is in second place now. But Bean is so far behind Robert. He has like 10 or more lap cars between him and the leader. Actually, no, the 36, Jacob Britnow, is in second, but he is 3 wide with the lap cars. Right behind Jacob is Bean Weeby. Now Bean Weeby going to make it 4 wide on the inside line. Sahara Roach on the outside. Stephen Pollard the third as well. What's Bean going to do? Bean is going to not back up right away. Oh my gosh, this is not going to be good. Somehow they save it. Bean's going to lose some momentum, though. Bean making a wise move to back off a little bit. 52 of Robert Pollard trying to get past Sam at Oskin. Right now we have 14 drivers on the lead lap. A lot of drivers now only 1 lap down. That 17 car out front, Callie Hancock, was 2 laps down. Everybody in front of the 52 is a lap down, so anyone he passes... Oh, geez! John Book around! This is not going to be good. And he saves it. Oh, Ryan Benjamin's around now. And Logan York. I believe the caution's out. Yes, the caution flag is out. Go back up towards the front. These 4 drivers, Callie Hancock, Evan McCollum, Pablo West, and Tim Hoffman. Well, the 17 and the 54, they are now 1 lap down. The 10 and the 3 get their laps back, so we have 13 drivers on the lead lap. Robert Pollard is the race leader. Pit road, I think, is open. Yeah, pit road's open. Robert Pollard does not come down pit road. Nobody does, actually. That could have been a major crash. See, Logan York has damage. Ooh, Logan is into the wall. I don't know what he's doing. Ryan Benjamin got some damage as well. But that could have been a lot worse than what it was. Ryan Benjamin, he is fallen back to 7th place. Logan York is in 9th place. Let's go back and show you the first part of that crash. John Book made a great save. That was incredible. 11 of Alejandro Rodriguez just clips him. They're racing hard to try to stay on the lead lap. But the 11's going to go a lap down because Robert Pollard passed him. They get past, and then I'm not sure what happened with the 48, Ryan Benjamin and Logan York in that 53. But something happening with them. I think it was just the checkup from the 62. I think all these drivers thought he was going to come back up the track. That could have been a huge crash if it happened. Oh, looked like Alvin Jones, the 37, might have started that. Go back and watch it again. That really mainly only hurt the 53 of Logan York. Might have been the 54 or the 41, I think that is, of Tyrell Resner. Austin Johnson, I have no idea. One of these drivers started that crash. Let's watch on board with the 32. The first crash already happening. Yeah, everybody slowed down, and ooh, you saw that there. Austin Johnson hit the 37 of Alvin Jones. Spins Logan York and Ryan Benjamin out. So 43 laps to go right now here at Charlotte. 52 of Robert Pollard is in the lead. Jacob Britt second. Third is Bean Weeby. Fourth is Matt Riddle. Somehow he is still up near the front, the points leader of the series right now. Fifth place, the 77, Steve Pollard. Having a great run. Bean Weeby on the apron. Oh, jeez. I think we jinxed him. He doesn't have any smoke coming out of his car, so he, I think, has a tire down. But that's better than that happening under green flag. Bean is going to lose some positions. Bean was up in third, but he'll fall back to 13th. After having that little 10 or so green flag lap run, Bean might have an advantage after this. Might have fresh tires and then maybe get to the front, but we've seen the way his season has been, so let's not count on that happening yet. Bean Weeby is just happy to make it this far in the race, at least. He wants to make it all the way, but Bean has so many DNFs. We're going to be going back to green next time by. Matt Riddle, now 13. He is up to third. Robert Pollard out front. 36, the pole sitter. Jacob Britt in second. Now fourth is that 77 of Steve Pollard. Fifth is Zach Cronin, and Ryan Benjamin is in sixth place. Seventh, Skylar Rocha. Eighth, Logan York. Ninth is Alvin Jones. 10th is Austin Johnson. 11, Pablo West. 12th, Tim Hoffman. And 13th, now Bean Weeby. Bean's back out on the track. Whatever the issue was, I guess it's fixed. Yeah, we have more cars a lap or more down than we have on the lead lap. Which, that's kind of crazy. Bean is, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, geez. Bean Weeby trying to merge up the track. Oh, there he goes. He does merge. He made his way just through the pack. He didn't even go, wow. He just basically went right through the lap cars. Fastest lap of the race, Ryan Benjamin. Zach Cronin, the second fastest. Still, we have 31 drivers left in this race. Pace car is going to drop down pit road. We're going to have 41 laps to go on this restart, nearing the end of this race. We thought it was going to be a very long race, but this could be one of our shorter races, even though it's supposed to be the longest race. Green flag back in the air. Sam Oskin on the inside line. Did not get that great of a start. Robert Pollard going to try to jump down low. He is going to clear the lap cars for now, but here comes Sam Oskin. Samet being pushed by the 11 of Alejandro. Now Alejandro jumps out of line. Tavis Aiken was the last car in this pack, so all of the lap down cars are up near the front. Jacob Britt, Samet Oskin, really close off of turn number 4. Robert Pollard has the lead. He is going to start pulling away. All these cars on the inside are a lap or more down. Samet Oskin falling back. Here comes the 24, Stephen Pollard III. He is also a lap down. I'm telling you, we have more cars a lap down than we do on the lead lap. Now look at this, Bruce Zero and Alejandro Rodriguez underneath the 52 of Robert Pollard. He is the race leader. They're trying to get their laps back, trying to get back in this race. The 11 now on the lead lap. The 34, Bruce Zero, trying to get on the lead lap. Now he's on the lead lap. Will any of the other lap cars get underneath Robert? Oh, John Book almost into somebody back here. He made contact. Actually, Matt Riddle almost spins him out. That's who that was. And they are racing very, very close back here. Everyone trying to get to the front. The 18 of Bean Weeby still in the back. I don't think he wants to be up in the front right now. Bruiser got his lap back, but Robert Pollard now underneath the 11, so he will get the 11 back, one lap down. All of these drivers back here. You would think everyone's on the lead lap racing for position, but over half of these cars are a lap or more down. Oh, the 11 and the 21, and I don't know. Yeah, Jacob Britt on the inside line. Are they going to merge up the track? Oh my gosh, the 11 merges back up the track. Now the 21, Sahara Rocha. She merges up as well. The 11, Alejandro, into the wall hard. Callie Hancock almost involved in that, but Wow, the 11, the 21, and the 36, they saved it. Somehow. That could have been a crash. Oh, Tim Hoffman and Nancy Pryor were leaning on each other. Somehow through all of this, Robert Pollard's still the race leader. He has a half of a second lead over the 77, Steve Pollard. Robert Pollard, Steve Pollard, first and second in this race. Look back here. This is like a hornet's nest here. Everyone trying to get to the front. Everyone trying to survive back here. Logan York almost turned Sam Oskin around. You would think the 18 Bean Weeby, I thought he was going to be up towards the front. He is still outside of the top 10, running in 12th place. We only have 13 drivers on the lead lap. 35 laps to go. Robert Pollard out front. Steve Pollard, that 77, looking for his first win in the Cup Series. 13 of Matt Riddle in the points lead. He is third place. He is closing in on the leaders as well. Kind of calms down for the time being back here. Look at Skylar Rocha now for third. He's going to get underneath of Matt Riddle. 77, Steve Pollard now passing the 52 of Robert Pollard for the lead. Steve Pollard has never won a race. He had a really good car at Michigan. He was involved in a crash. And now he leads the end of this race. Can he stay out front, though? Robert Pollard on the outside. He is falling back. Skylar Roach up to third. Skylar is a little over half a second back, though. Steve Pollard down low, trying to put Bruce Zero and Stephen Pollard a lap down. Tavis Aiken is about to go a lap down again. They're catching him pretty quick. Back here, Ryan Benjamin has not been able to work his way towards the front. Actually, he is falling back. Bean Weeby is up to 10th place now. He is making his way towards the front after all the commotion settles. Now he is working his way towards the front. Bean Weeby looking to possibly have his best finish of his season. Look at the 52, Robert Pollard now. He is back to second, right behind Steve Pollard. Points could change a little bit, but Matt Riddle right now is still the points leader. Hunter Blade entering this race second in points, the 42. He is mired 2 laps down back in 25th, so I'm sure he is probably going to lose second in the points. We still have 30 laps left, though. I mean, a lot of stuff can still happen. That 95 Tavis Aiken, they're catching him, so we saw shortly after a restart earlier in this race, there was almost a huge crash with Tavis Aiken and a lot of the leaders because they're side by side, so Tavis is going to slow somebody up. Ron Jackson right now, he is, I think, on the lead lap. Yeah, he is. Bruiser now a lap down. So Tavis Aiken, who is he going to slow down? No one yet. Steve Pollard, Robert Pollard, they're going to get by without issues. Bruzzero is going to get past as well, and a lot of people will. Stephen Pollard might be the driver that's in trouble. No, Stephen makes a huge move down to the bottom. Now Dylan Eberheim and Skylar Rocha, they're going to be slowed down by the 95. As long as they don't hit him and spin him out. Almost happens. Ryan Benjamin in the 48, he has fallen back to 13th place. Look at the 18, Bean Weeby making moves. He has his sights set on the 81, Skylar Rocha. Right in front of him, he is in 7th place, Skylar is. First and second still, the 77 and the 52. Matt Riddle, the 13, he is catching these two drivers. Matt wants to win this race, extend his points lead. Now batter for the lead. Robert Pollard going to get past Steve Pollard. I think Steve might have let Robert go pretty easily there, just so he can merge back down in line. Tim Hoffman now underneath Matt Riddle. Tim is up in the top 5. Haven't really talked about him today. Tim has one win this season. Tim's season looking a lot different than it did last season. Tim was involved with the qualifying races, and he did not make a good bit of the races near the end of the season. Ooh, Stephen Pollard. He got a little bit of contact, a little bit of a hit from Brendan Hancock. I thought he was going to go around, but he saves it. This race nearing the end. I thought we would have had more cautions, especially late in this race, but it doesn't look like we will. Look at Tim Hoffman now battling for second. Tim wants to try to be a repeat winner in this series. Won at California earlier this season, or Fontana, whatever you want to call it. I believe that was the track he won at. It was earlier this season, though. And he is now in second place, right behind the race leader, who is Steve Pollard. Tim Hoffman now going for the lead. Hoffman out front. 23 laps to go this time by. Leaders are racing kind of aggressive up here. Will we have a caution late in the race? Look at this! Robert Pollard spins Steve Pollard out in front of the field. Zach Cronin upside down. Laura Lee Wiebe. Brendan Hancock. There's going to be a crash. Oh, Bean Wiebe's involved. My gosh, they're still piling into each other. Logan York, Hunter Blade, a lot of drivers with damage. The 19 gets even more damage. Ryan Benjamin damage. Steve Pollard was running in second. Bean Wiebe was caught up in that crash. I don't know how much damage he has. Skylar Roach has a good bit of damage. Bean has a good bit. I don't think that's going to be a race-winning car. None of these cars probably are now. We were talking about cautions possibly happening, and they did. A lot of drivers involved. Race leaders are on the front stretch. Top 4 drivers, actually, or top 3 drivers, I think that is. Top 3 drivers on the front stretch. Everyone else on the back stretch. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're waiting on someone. So the 3 of Tim Hoffman is the leader now. 22 laps to go. We're going to be inside 20 to go on the restart. I would say now that that is probably the big crash of the race. And getting through that crash, the 13 of Matt Riddle. Points leader in second place. Robert Pollard, the 52, he spins out Steve Pollard, so that's not going to be a good family after the race to be around. These cars still trying to figure out where they're at in position. Is there anyone on pit road? Everyone's staying out. Couple cars coming down pit road with heavy damage. Most of the drivers staying out, though. Well, let's go look what happened. We're going to watch from the 4 of Zach Cronin. Zach was right behind the 52 and the 77. It's just the end of the race. They're all racing hard and aggressive, and Robert Pollard spins Steve out. The 4, Zach Cronin, barrel rolling down the front stretch. That was a hard hit for him. Laura Lee was into the wreck. Steve Pollard, Dylan Eberheim, Sam Oskin, John Book, Sahara Roach, and many, many others. Second off turn 4. Steve Pollard, I can't believe he is involved in that crash. He was en route to have a great finish. I think he'll be able to finish this race. He does have damage. The 4 of Zach Cronin is obviously going to be out. My gosh, everyone's just wrecking on the front stretch, so we were wondering, would the big one happen? And guess what? It did. Watch from this view. This should be an interesting view. Can't believe the 4 upside down on the front stretch. Laura Lee had a pretty hard hit, too. Just cars everywhere on the front stretch, scattering. Tavis Aiken to 95. He was able to get by all of that. Let's watch from this view. The overhead view. Could have also been a little bit of Bruiser's fault. He kind of washed up the track, and they were pretty close to each other. You see, Brendan Hancock was involved. Damian Singletary, Hunter Blade, many, many others. Right on board with the one of Laura Lee. Almost made it through. And then she gets hit again. Hard hit there, and everybody just meets her there. Bean Weeby was involved. Bean had been stuck in the back after having a flat tire under caution before that last restart. Right on board with Zach Cronin. This should be a wild ride. Hold on. Stephen Pollard, the 24. Right there. Let's ride on board with him. See what he saw in this crash. You see, he has a front row seat of the 4 upside down. Oh my gosh. Well, we're getting ready for the restart, or else we would look at more replays. I figured the restart was happening soon. So Tim Hoffman out front. Bruiser on the inside. Laura Lee is there as well on the inside line. Out of the race, Zach Cronin, the 19, Dylan Eberheimen. They're the only 2 that have retired from the race after that crash. Everyone else is damaged and probably going to be off the pace. Bean Weeby still in 7th place somehow after being involved in that crash. He didn't come down pit road, though. Green flag back in the air. Got 19 laps to go. Can the 13 of Matt Riddle hold on? Can he survive the rest of this race? I think it's going to get a little more crazier now. Matt Riddle now has the inside line. He can jump down low if he wants, and he does. These cars coming through the field. Matt Riddle going to take the lead away from Tim Hoffman. Matt just wants to survive this race. He would like to get another win. Matt Riddle, Tim Hoffman both have wins this season. Tim's happy to run in the top 5. Being we be falling back a little bit on that restart. Couple cars, Logan Gentry, Tavis Aiken, very slow. They are even, they're far away from this front pack. Tim Hoffman getting past Bruiser, trying to get past him. Couple cars on pit road still. Whoa, there's almost a crash. Bean Weeby hits the 77 Steve Pollard. They all save it. Who is that coming out of pit road? That is 14 Cody Rhodes. Alvin Jones was on pit road, so he is now off of pit road, but he is going to be a lap down. 12 cars now are on the lead lap. Matt Riddle on the outside line, Tim Hoffman on the inside. That's a battle for the lead. 4th place is Skylar Rocha, somewhere back there. He is a little over a second back. Cars back here damaged and a little bit off the pace, just trying to get to the end of this race. A lot of the drivers involved in that crash were in the top 10. Ryan Benjamin, Logan York, Austin Johnson, Steve Pollard, Bean Weeby. They were all involved, and many others involved as well. Matt Riddle now back to 3rd place. Tim Hoffman, Robert Pollard 1st and 2nd. Here comes the 9, Brendan Hancock, underneath of Matt Riddle. Brendan is a lap, actually he's a multiple laps down. He is, let's see, he's back in 26th place, 3 laps down. Trying to stay ahead of the 2 of Samet Oskin. So Tim Hoffman, Robert Pollard, Matt Riddle, the top 3. 4th now is Pablo West. He's a 2.5 back. Alvin Jones going to be going a lap down here very shortly. $13 laps to go this time by. Tim Hoffman leading the race. The 52, Robert Pollard in second. He wants a win this season. This is probably going to be his best shot this season to get the win. Here comes Matt Riddle now underneath of him. Matt Riddle and Tim Hoffman already have wins this season. They want another win. Actually, no, Matt Riddle does not have a win. That's my fault. I don't think he does. Tim Hoffman does. I think Matt Riddle has a pole. So we'll have to check after the race and see. But I think Matt Riddle is winless this season, if I remember correctly. Alvin Jones about to go a second lap down. Alvin is back in 20th position. A lot of single file behind the leaders. 11 to go this time by. The 10 of Pablo West trying to close in on these leaders. He's got Brendan Hancock and Bruce Zero between him and third place. Fifth place, the 8 of Ron Jackson. He was involved in a crash earlier. He's in fifth. I don't know how he has made his way towards the front over the race, but he has. Now these leaders are catching the 37. Where are they going to go? Look at Matt Riddle trying to pass Tim for the lead. Tavis Aiken will probably become a factor at the end of this race as well. He is almost another lap down. Alvin Jones is not going to be able to hold off the leaders. Tim Hoffman and Matt Riddle, I think, are going to get past him in this turn. Tim Hoffman underneath of Alvin Jones. He will get underneath of him and pass him. I think Matt Riddle is going to go right with Alvin. Alvin Jones holding his own on the outside. I think he was out of the draft, and that's why he fell back so much. 9 more laps to go. Tavis Aiken exiting turn 2. The leaders are in turns 1 and 2. Here comes Matt Riddle for the lead. He does not want to allow the 3 of Tim Hoffman to get a second win this season. Tim would be the first repeat winner. Looking at some of the cars near the back of the field. 77, Steve Pollard, Logan York, 10th and 11th place. They're starting to fall back a little bit. Ryan Benjamin, he is up in 9th place. Top 10 finish for him after being involved in that crash. That'll be fine with him, I think. Skylar Rocha, he's fallen back to 8th. 62, the 21, they're a lap down. 18 of Bean Weeby, he's in 6th place, trying to catch... Actually, oh no, he's back in 7th now. The 36, Jacob Britt, passed Bean. Jacob moving towards the field a little slower than what he would like. Look at this. Robert Pollard now taking second away from Tim Hoffman. Robert has his sights set on that 13 of Matt Riddle. The 8 of Ron Jackson, he is catching these cars as well. Ron's back here. He just has to get past the 34, and then he'll be right with the top 3. Ron Jackson in 4th place. 5th is Pablo West. Pablo is a second and a half back. Ron is less than a second away from the race leader. Matt Riddle, though, has clean air. Where is he going to catch Tavis Aiken at? That 95 could be the main factor of who wins this race, who wrecks, or who finishes second. I think they're going to catch him on the front stretch. I think they'll be all right. Matt Riddle coming to 5 laps to go to get a win here at Charlotte. 52, Robert Pollard trying to get his first win. They're going to get past Tavis without any issues. And Tavis is going to stay up top. They're single file. Top 4 drivers now get past the 95. Ron Jackson, he has closed the gap a little bit. He is still trying to get past Bruce Zero. Robert Pollard trying to catch the 13 of Matt Riddle. If we would have a caution this late in the race would be over. Tavis Aiken getting passed by everybody. Look at this, Tim Hoffman underneath Robert Pollard. And Ron Jackson passes Bruce Zero. So now Ron has a chance to get up here and battle it out with the top 3. 4 drivers within a second of each other trying to win this race. Tim Hoffman will take second from Robert. And here comes the 8 of Ron Jackson. Ron is actually winless in his career. Ron Jackson up to third. He does not have many laps left. 3 to go. This time by going to be 2 laps to go. Tim Hoffman now catching Matt Riddle. Can Tim get past Matt? Ron now just clears the 52 of Robert Pollard. Everyone else single file or damaged and off the pace. Tim Hoffman in second, trailing Matt Riddle. 2 laps to go. Matt Riddle just has to hold it off for a little more than a lap and a half. Here comes the 8 of Ron Jackson. Top 3 drivers, the 13, the 3, and the 8. Robert Pollard losing ground. He is going to probably be out of contention for the win. 5th place is Pablo West. Matt Riddle going to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go here in the not the All-Star race, the Coca-Cola 600. Tim Hoffman, Ron Jackson still right with the 13. Tim is going to try to get a good run off the turn. Ron Jackson and number 8. He got a great run off the turn. Can he do anything with that? Top 3 finish for him, though, would be great. He cannot get underneath Tim Hoffman. Tim cannot get underneath of Matt. Matt Riddle off of turn number 4. He will win here at Charlotte. He wins the Coca-Cola 600. Tim Hoffman, Ron Jackson 2nd and 3rd. Robert Pollard 4th, and 5th is Jacob Britt. Jacob made a great pass on the last lap to take 5th away from Pablo West. Everybody else gets past the start-finish line without any issues. So Matt Riddle wins this race, and I was wrong. He does not have a win. He did get a pole position earlier at ISM. Make sure everybody gets on pit road without crashing into each other. Ooh, Robert Pollard spins Logan York out. So you see the top 12 drivers on the lead lap. A lot of issues for the leaders late in the race. Matt Riddle, Tim Hoffman, Ron Jackson, and Robert Pollard, they were able to miss everything and finish within a second of each other. Jacob Britt 5th. Look at Bean Weeby in 7th. Skylar Rocha 8th. Ryan Benjamin 9th. 10th, Logan York. Logan needed a good finish. He was one of many drivers near the front. Steve Pollard 11th. Not a bad finish for him. Austin Johnson needed a good finish. Same with Brew Zero and Callie Hancock. Stephen Pollard. A lot of drivers needed good finishes. Hunter Blade, unfortunately for him, 21st place in the race. See all the drivers here. 29 drivers ended up finishing the race. Pretty normal for a race. That's actually probably one of the more calm races that we've seen this season, even though we have all these drivers out of the race. So, it's been a very, very wild, eventful night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this race. A lot of fun calling that race. Matt Riddle, the points leader, entering this race, will definitely be the points leader exiting after winning this race. Let's go ahead and check the points. See what they're like now. And here are the points after race number 8. I was wrong. Matt Riddle, the 13, he just got his 2nd win this season. I forgot he did get a win earlier. So he is the first repeat winner. And he is the points leader. Ryan Benjamin now up to 2nd place. Hunter Blade, Sam Oskin both lose some positions. Pablo West up to 5th. Matt Riddle has a 56-point lead. Callie Hancock fell back to... Actually, she stays in 6th. Benjamin Wallace falls back to 7th. Up 6 spots from this race is the 81 Skylar Rocha. He was in 17th. Now he's in 11th. Laura Lee Wiebe, she actually gained 3 positions, even though she was a lap down. Alvin Jones, John Book, and Brew Zero are all behind her, gaining 7 positions. Logan York, he's in 16th in points. 8 positions up is Tim Hoffman with his finish in the top 5. Tim has a win, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s. Look near the back of the field. I'm kind of curious to see what this is like. Lindsey Hancock falls back a position. You see Bean Weeby now up 1 position. He gets his first top 10 finish this season. He's got 4 DNFs. So Bean trying to rebound. He has 417 points back. Austin Johnson was able to gain some positions. He's now up to 33rd. He gained 5 positions. Back here, one of the big losers of the race, April Pryor, falling back to 28th. She fell back 10 positions. Ahead of her, Robert Pollard with this finish, she gains 9 positions. These drivers are so far back right now, they're trying to do whatever they can to get to the front. Muhammad Abdullah winning the Daytona 500 earlier, he is back in 22nd. He loses 6 positions. Logan York, we said, was up to 16th, so I don't know. There's a lot of drivers with DNFs. Everybody has at least one DNF, which is crazy this season. Top 3 drivers are within 100 points of each other. Top 10 are within 200 points. Actually, top 11 even. Sahara Rocha 10th. Skylar Rocha is 11th. So, yeah. One repeat winner this season. That is Matt Riddle. Have to see what else happens. Next week is going to be Martinsville. Like we said, there will not be a race next week, but we will be back the following week with Martinsville for the Truck and the Cup Series. Then we go to Talladega, and Talladega is sure to shake a lot of things up. But in the meantime, hopefully you guys like this race, as I'm slurring over all my words. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you guys like the race, enjoyed the broadcast, and keep coming back for more. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Sahara and I are going to be creating more videos. We're going to be uploading video games and such. So if you guys want to see anything, let us know. I can tell you, at least for my personal collection of games that I like, the SmackDown vs. Raw series will be featured from PS2. Burnout 3 Takedown, probably my favorite game of all time. That's going to be featured. We might play Spyro and Rocket League. Who knows? I don't know. Sahara's been looking up a list of games that she wants to play, so over the next few months, we will be converting the channel into those as well, those video games, and whatever else. But if you want to see anything on PS2, PS3, or PS4, let us know. We'll check into the game and see what we can do. But we are definitely going to stay with this game no matter what. This is, I guess, the main core of the channel. So this isn't going anywhere. Don't worry. But until then, we will see you guys later at Martinsville. Have a great week. We'll see you later.